Hello folks, this is part 4 of a 5-part series on how to never have to diet again. So today we are going back to the kitchen. We're going to talk about healthy snacks. I talked about the bad snacks that have the high salt and high sugar, and I'm moving to healthy snacks. So I want to discuss more what these really are. So first I'm going to go through a list of all of them, and popcorn was on the list. Popcorn you can make with an air popper, or you can make on your range top. Just don't put in too much salt and butter. I do not recommend the microwave popcorns, because then they put in artificial butter and a lot of salt and even preservatives. So try to make popcorn the old-fashioned way is really the best. So then I had talked about veggies for a snack, and I have diced carrots here as just one example. Then we have fruits. So fruits, we have the orange and the apple. Now for all of the other ones that I mentioned, we're going to mix them together and have a dual role in this video. We are going to talk about a no-bake healthy snack. So I'm going to go through this with you for what are the other ingredients in this healthy snack. So another thing that I mentioned in terms of healthy snacks were berries. So I have a cranberry and I have a raisin here. I mentioned seeds. Seeds we have the pumpkin seed in this case. Then dark chocolate I mentioned, so we have cacao nibs here. And then for some sweetness, I have cane molasses. And cane molasses is actually very, very healthy because it's got all of the sugar removed from the cane. All of the minerals and stuff are still in the molasses. It's really, really good. And then molasses is just a little bit bitter, so I have some brown sugar that we're going to add to balance that one off. And to hold all this together, we are using a natural peanut butter. Again, it's another nut. It's a ground nut, not a tree nut, but it's still fairly healthy when you have the natural one. And for the main ingredient, it's my favorite, oats. So oats, as I mentioned before, it's high in protein, it's low in carbs, it has lots of fiber to make you feel full. So it's really, really a great snack. Okay, so what we're going to do in this recipe is that we're going to have about 8 parts of that oats to match the number of parts of the other ingredients that I have here. So I'm going to put that into the mixing bowl. I will add in the peanut butter. Welcome back, folks. So I measured out the oats already, about the 8 measures, and about half of that jar of peanut butter. So all we do now in this recipe is we're going to add all these ingredients just by simply dumping them in, and then we're going to mix this up by hand. You can just stick your hand in it and mix it up, but what I will do is use a glove so I don't get my camera and everything all greasy. And you don't need to wait for all the molasses to come out. I'll come back to you. Welcome back, folks. So I've mixed this up now, and now you can see the texture as I'm working it. And when you squeeze it hard, then you see it starts to set up. So that's what we're looking for, and we're going to take this and just press it into a greased baking pan. We're not going to bake, we're just going to press it in, and then we're going to put it in the refrigerator and let it rest for an hour or 2. Folks, I chilled this for about 2 hours, and then now it's out, and I cut it into 8 pieces on the 13-inch side and 4 pieces going across the 9-inch side. Again, this is standard baking tray. So when we put it in the refrigerator, over time, the oats is drawing out the oil from the nuts a little bit, and it absorbs in the molasses, and then the whole thing kind of firms up quite a bit. So I'm going to take these out, stack them in my containers for refrigerating and freezing, and I'll show you the final result. And folks, here we have the final result. I don't cut them too uniformly, but I actually use that to my favor. If I'm more hungry, I take a bigger one, and if
I'm not so hungry, I just take a smaller one. So I put these in the fridge. I always take them out of the fridge to eat, and they can be stored in the freezer also. Maybe I've had them in the freezer for like 6 to 8 weeks, no problem. Refrigerator, I would say a week, no problem. So if you want to keep it longer than a week, just dump it down into the freezer part. And again, very healthy snack. You'll have the recipe online. Give it a try. So that covers, this is part 4. So part 5, I'm going to go back and talk about mental things, a little bit about our transition in our health and fitness. And I see you in the video number 5 tomorrow. Have a good day.